Hello, this is Fawn and Fire Intuitive, and I'm going to be doing soulmate readings. And I did a quick draw asking what I'm supposed to be focused on as I do these soulmate readings. And what I got was deceit in the reverse, adjacent possibilities in the reverse, contract, woman holding a heart, and door to romance open. Okay, so I feel like the thing that I'm going to be focused on is figuring out why we are connected to our soulmates. What is the contract? What are we supposed to be learning in this situation that makes it seem like no, there is no other door you want to go through? It's like you want this person so much. They could have been deceitful, or there could just be something you're not seeing about the relationship, so that, because the whole purpose of it is to teach you self-love so that you can ultimately walk through the door you're supposed to walk through. Could be this person, it could be another person, but ultimately these contracts come into our lives so that we can resolve karma, so that we can learn things, learn self-love, learn lessons that propel us towards what we actually want. And if we are too attached, not seeing other possibilities, but not really seeing, we can be deceiving ourselves like, no, this is the one. Well, maybe not. Maybe this is the one that you had a contract with to teach you A, B, or C. Okay. So looking into that so we can really understand how to get to that ultimate, what we ultimately, everybody wants is love, fulfillment, a place where you can be yourself, be accepted, feel safe. So that's my intro. I'm gonna get cracking on these readings now. Hello, Earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. This is your soulmate reading for February 2018. Like I said, we're going to look into the reason for these contracts and what they're trying to teach you, and then anything else that comes out regarding what's going to happen between the two of you, or if you have other soulmates coming in, okay? Spirit of love and light and the loving energy that connects us all. What is going on with Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo and their soulmates for February 2018? Interesting. Okay, so we have, this can represent you or the other person, everything I'm talking about, okay? We have envy. Now, envy is a very interesting energy. Jealousy, envy, it's those little moments when we see somebody who's being rewarded for something and we think something negative about them. We see someone with the car we want and we think, oh gosh, he's so pretentious that he has that car, or just a nice car, or oh, they shouldn't have done so well in that, they didn't deserve it, and what they did really wasn't great. When we think those thoughts or say those types of things, a lot of gossip comes from envy. We feel like we have to tear somebody down in order to feel better. Okay. In fact, I have a really good Taurus friend who lately has had the envy energy. Now, he wouldn't call it envy, but somebody frustrated him. And so he's always watching to see like what this person's doing, if they're succeeding. And that's an envy energy, but it's a dangerous energy because it stops us from manifesting, because we put out resistance and we say, like, we're telling the universe, oh, I don't like that person's success. Well, ultimately you're saying that I don't want that type of success in my life, So that is a very important energy to let go of. It's also very important to recognize if you have people around you who are, they don't like it and they don't want you to succeed, to remove yourself, step away from those situations. If somebody is always trying to discourage you from succeeding, or trying to make it like you're doing something wrong or wanting something inappropriate by wanting certain successes. Action. So instead of focusing on what you don't have and kind of making yourself feel better by comparing yourself to other people or trying to lower other people, taking action towards what you want. And then you have the door of personal healing and happiness, which is awesome that this is open, okay? Because this door opens in the times of transformation, where you really start to get more insight into why you do things, why things are happening in your life. And you have the thinking man, okay? So some of you are dealing with a male soulmate who's really going to start to understand things on a deeper level. And others of you, you're going to start thinking in a healthier way. Like I said, not having envy, but really like thinking about what you want to manifest and then taking action on it, I think is a very important part of your soulmate process right now. Okay, so let's see more about this story. What's happening here for earth signs? I'm using my retro zombie deck again. Tell me about this envy. Yeah, you have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so it definitely is like a negative way of thinking, like rather than going after what you want and like seeing what somebody has and saying, hey, that's amazing, showing gratitude, like that's amazing that, you know, they got that, I want that too. It's like your truth is getting warped rather than showing like what you want and what you're, and this could even be in your communications with your soulmate. You know, if you're showing a lot of jealousy and not a lot of trust, you're actually, your truth is that you don't know your worth. You don't know what you're worth. And so you're so afraid that that person isn't going to see your worth, and that you are going to be found lacking, that you kind of lash out. And yeah, you think too much with your head rather than with your heart, rather than with self-love and trust and unconditional love. You your communication is not coming from that place. It's coming from a place of really not knowing your own self-worth at this moment. However, that is changing. Now you have the Strength card, okay? This is your soulmate's thinking about you. There's action being taken towards you. You're thinking about your soulmate. There's action being taken towards them. But also you are really starting to understand things in a new way and be more patient. And also you need to act on what you know, okay? When you know something, take action. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, okay? And she's like kicking this man down the stairs to the zombies. For some of you, this ended negatively, but it's not completely over, okay? But the healing has to happen. That envy energy has to be removed from the situation. Because sometimes, I get the sense, sometimes when you're fighting, you're actually hurting yourself. You know, like you don't even want to be the person that sees things that way, that argues for yourself that way. And it's like, you feel like hurt, and so you lash out because you want them to feel what you're feeling, but really you know it's so far beneath you and who you want to be. Tell me about this door to personal healing and happiness. Yeah, earth signs. For you or the other person, it's your thought life and your words getting in the way, because you have some really powerful cards here, okay? Yep. Okay. So you have, like I said, you have door to healing and happiness. The door is open for you to get what you want, to get that healing. Then we have the Emperor in the reverse. Now, the Emperor in the upright is protecting things that are valuable to him, things that he loves, okay? In the reverse, he's controlling things. And it still can come from the same motivation. Like sometimes this can represent a narcissist, which of course, you know, needs to be cut out of your life. But like somebody, if you're trying to control this because it's so important to you, but what's happening is you're coming off angry and you're just like, there's not a lot of self-love and there's so much resistance being put out. What's so interesting, this Ace of Cups, if you see, like all her emotions are listed up here: love, sadness, hunger, anger, hate, satisfaction. Okay. With all these cards, this bullet to the brain, having your head and your heart disconnected, you know, you have the Ace of Cups here, like a love offering, something real, but it's not just going to be like dreamy fairy tale and you can't overthink it. It's the marriage of your thoughts, like what are you thinking, what are you believing, and then your heart, self-love, being able to get some control over what you're feeling and what you're thinking, so that you're not coming off, so that when you're showing love and protection, it's coming off as love and protection and not controlling and not angry and not resistance, and you don't feel guilty afterwards, okay? It seems like the message is it's very important for you to connect your head and your heart and get control over how you're reacting, because otherwise your thoughts are really going to create your future, okay? We have the Queen of Hazards in the reverse. This Queen of Hazards in the reverse is letting her pain, her losses define her, make her unstable, okay? And then we have the Magician in the reverse, and they're keeping her from manifesting what she wants to manifest, all right? So I think that's pretty amazing. Like, I feel like right now the cards are saying your lesson is, what is your truth? What is it that you're believing? Because I think who you ultimately are and what you ultimately believe and what you ultimately want to manifest is much different from some of your reactions and some of the things you're saying, some of the things you're believing, the ways you're coming off. It's not you. And it's coming because you're getting triggered and crap's happening. That sucks, you know? But it's all within your control to turn a lot of this stuff around. So that's pretty exciting. And it's exciting that you really are like walking into this place of healing, and you're ready to take action so that you can manifest what you want in this soulmate connection. I hope this was helpful, earth signs. I love earth signs. And obviously the energy goes both ways. And if you want to look into your circumstance, you can check the box below. I do one-on-one video readings, email readings. I can send you a video, or we can talk on the phone. Happy Valentine's Day. I'll talk to you soon.